Okay, yeah, we're back. Okay, so sorry, is it that the stream is lagging, so I couldn't, you know, stream. The stream is lagging, so I don't know why. I don't know what happened, basically. But yeah, we're back. We are 100% back, I think. I think. Hold up. Wait, is it? Oh yeah, the stream's working. So we are back. And I'm gonna restart on where we left off.
This level's just funny. And Tori goes so hard. At 43rd place, we have Crystal Caverns by Nemo Ding. This is a cute level with a lot of charm, and Nemo made a series on their channel about building this, and I think that's pretty cool. You should check it out. While the Underground is the most fun level in this contest according to its score, Weird Fishes by Aikati also has pretty incredible gameplay. And that's kind of extra impressive considering this is an insane demon, so the bar is a lot higher. This level was barely turned in on time. The only reason it made it is because I left the forum open while we were judging, so we're pretty lucky to have it.
What if the music in the
This level
background
is
kind of
honestly
go with
incredible.
the gameplay
The
a
only
bit?
reason it didn't place a lot higher than it did is the fact that it doesn't really match the style of Glorious Fortress or Cellar Path. I think the pixelated style is really well done. Aikati has their own unique thing going with their pixel art levels. They are very different from other pixel art levels you see, and I appreciate that. This is probably their best work yet. Outside of the context of this contest, I think this is an incredible level. I really like it, and I hope it gets a legendary rate. Although me and the judges did have a couple other criticisms, not just about the style match. One I personally have is that the level could have used a lot more camera movement and effects going to the music. It feels pretty static in some parts, considering the intensity of the song. Another criticism a lot of us judges had is that some of the parts last for just way too long. Mainly this UFO section that would have been a lot more immersive if the second half was changed up in some significant way.
Great.
And the last criticism I got from a couple judges is that this level just doesn't have a lot of fishes for a level named Weird Fishes. Like, sure, it has some, but it could use more. And the fishes it does have are also just not that weird. False advertising much. But all in all, this is a very polished and incredibly fun level with some great atmosphere and a strong theme. I'd highly recommend trying to beat it if
Bro.
it's within your skill range.
This song is end. Oh, it's water slave. No. Sorry. No. This is a copyrighted song. I can't. It's a copyrighted song. No. Honestly, I like the gameplay. I like the gameplay goes with this, and I like the pixel decoration. It just looks a little bit. How do I say this? Like, it just looks a little bit gimmicky or a little bit repetitive. Specifically in that ball part where all those dash ropes are, it feels a little bit It looks a little bit repetitive. Ooh, but I like this swing. The swing looks nice. The swing part looks pretty nice. I like it. Great. Stop lagging. This is a long level. Oh my god. You know what? It feels a little bit. Some putting the music. It's gonna be loading. No, it froze. Stop freezing. Oh. Why are you doing this to me? Bro, why? Go back. No. Oh, yeah, we're back. Okay, I was already like, oh my god. If it crashes again, then I'm probably gonna end stream and do this. I'm probably gonna end stream and react to this by myself. Stop freezing! Why is it still freezing? Oh god. Oh, we're in the new part. Okay, that's good. I was about to be like, oh, no, no, no. That was a long level.
At 41st place, we have With a Gun and a Burger. We found it, guys. This is the level of all time. I don't know, this level looks nice. It mostly placed pretty low because it copies a lot from Glorious Fortress, and I don't think it really knows what it wants to be. Also, if you've ever ate something and then you violently throw up after for whatever reason, how you feel about that food is about how I feel about America right now. At 33rd place, we have Temple Travel. This level is kind of jank and rough around the edges. I don't know, it just has a certain charm to it. I can definitely see the passion that was put into this. Also, this coin is really cool. It's like a Mario Galaxy style coin where you have to collect the 5 coin fragments. That's a really fun idea. And so now it's time for the long-awaited Top 5.
Ooh, top 5.
No.
Yeah, baby!
What's better than 2 good apples? Why
One
do you need
bad
two good
apple.
ones when you can just
One
have
bad apple,
one
baby.
bad apple? This morally ambiguous fruit right here has worked his way to number 5, with a little help from his creator, Atomic Rest. This level kind of made rounds in the GD community when it came out, and it's a pretty iconic level that I'm happy to have as number 5. Krabs, with a K, is just such a fun boss concept. This level is oozing with charm and personality, and is also just really fun to play. I'm not going to comment on that many specifics, but I do really love the way the schoolhouse bounces to the music here. It's so goofy in like the best way possible. This entire level is
Wait,
just
hold up.
goofy.
Stream's frozen. Oh, no, mind, it's not frozen. There you go. For a
In the
second, I thought it
most
was.
fun, charming way possible, you know? So yeah, this level
It just lags for no reason. Don't know
isn't
why.
really what I had in mind when I created this contest. It's better. This became one of the most iconic levels submitted for a pretty good reason. I'm pretty sure I saw references to this level in multiple other entries. So great job, Atomic Rest. You're good at marketing, I'll give you that.
There it goes. Now it's smooth. For me at least. Yeah, it's smooth now.
At 25th place, we have Construxy. It's pretty much just a run-of-the-mill modern level. Might seem pretty unassuming on the surface. But what if I were to tell you that instead of a song, this entire level uses only construction noises? Innovation at its finest, if I might say. Seriously though, how do you think of this? I heard over the grapevine a couple people were speculating that Real Legends by Tiklos might make it into the top 10, though it ended up at 29th place. This level looks pretty cool, and I appreciate the effort that went into it, but I kind of get the feeling this wasn't originally made for the contest. I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but it feels like they just stuck a gem at the end of a random level. It seems like it kind of fits the contest style. To be honest, I don't really know what the theme of this level is, but still a pretty solid level, and I think it deserved the epic rate it got. Frozen Factory by Attack Riders has a really cool theme. I actually thought of making a level with this exact same theme using Ciceran's Winter Bliss from Castle Crashers, but I was probably never gonna make that, so it's cool to see it done justice here. One thing me and the judges liked about this level is this sign saying the blue crystal causes blizzards. It's like an extra layer of world building involving the crystal that a lot of these levels didn't try to do. Like I said with Runaway Rail, since I didn't do much with the crystals in my own levels, I didn't expect to see other people do a lot with theirs either, but it's still really cool to see the couple of entries that did. The main problem I have with this level is that for some reason it's all robot gameplay, and most of it is just like normal jumps. It would have been really cool to see what this level could have been with more dynamic gameplay, but overall, still a pretty solid level. Don't
Sorry.
mind me. I'm just chillin' on the cloud by MSL. This level looks really good. Like, we're getting into some pretty impressive territory at this point. It does take clear inspiration from Air Supply, Windstorm, and hopping over puddles, though it also does its own thing, and those are awesome levels to
What
take
happened to the
inspiration
robot?
from, completely based.
What happened to the
Overall, a really
robot?
beautiful level with some pretty fun gameplay. The only part I didn't like playing was this spider. It's a little awkward, but the rest of the level's really fun. The atmosphere and music representation are done pretty well,
little
though I
jam.
think this
Little
level
jam
has the
can.
same
Little
issue
jam
as Weird
bottles.
Fishes,
Cute.
where it could use some more camera movement and effects to add that extra layer of energy in some parts. But anyway, a super solid level that definitely deserved the 4th place it got.
Oh, you have full cannon. Rubber duck. Oh no, it's starting to lag then. I think. No, yeah, it is. I think. I don't know. I actually don't know. It seems low with the music actually. It's pretty low with it. It's a cool thing, a young cannon. It's actually cool. Oh my god! That is so cute!
We've just got a few more honorable mentions to get through. Warrior's Journey by Studio Boys, Flying Dragon, and Totally Guessed starts off honestly pretty weak, though the later parts are actually pretty good. This is definitely one of the levels that took too much inspiration from Glorious Fortress, copying a lot more than just the style. But outside of that, this is actually a pretty cool level, and especially this quick time event thingy, like the fight the cube has against this knight, it's so cool. I love this thing. All its little character animations, it goes really hard. Shattered Realms by The Bun sits at 28th place.
Sorry,
I don't know,
studio.
I just personally feel like this deserves to place higher. I guess the other judges didn't agree with me. I rated this 8 points above the average. I don't know, I like it. If it was just my score that counted here, this would be 14th place. So that's like half of what it actually is. So, I don't know, oh well, can't win them all. And finally, I wanted to mention Sandstone Shafts. Technically, this is tied with both 19th and 20th place. The forum just happened to put this at spot 21, but I did also go over multiple other desert-themed entries, so this one wasn't as interesting to me as SS Wabaduck or Water Factory, but it's still a pretty solid level.
True. It looks a little bit like.
Nearly 2 years ago,
that-
I released the results for my 4th creator contest. The premise being that every level needed to be locked to the in-editor grid. The winning level for that contest was a little project called Core Complex by Z Nickname. An absolutely incredible level considering the limitations. I'd never heard of Z Nickname before, but it was immediately apparent from this level that they are very talented. So I was really excited when I saw they were making a sequel for this contest. And let me tell you, this level does not disappoint. Incredible
That's
atmosphere,
sick.
very well put together designs, just overall a really solid level with a strong and immersive theme. I love it. There are a couple weak points of this level. This level runs pretty bad. The performance is not good. Most of the judges got pretty bad frames on this, so that's a bit of a disadvantage. And the other thing is that just overall the level is pretty hard to see. You need a pretty bright monitor to see all the details, which is a shame because there's so many of them to appreciate. This level definitely would have benefited from better contrast. I wouldn't necessarily say to make the whole thing lighter, but I don't think it would have ruined the gritty theme to make the darks darker and the lights quite a bit lighter. If anything, I think that would add to the level. Still, those are kind of minor nitpicks, and all things considered, this level definitely deserves its number 3 spot.
I think I've seen this. I feel like I've seen this beginning. If not the beginning, then I've heard the song. Wait, hold up. Oh my god. This is top 3? Wait, this is number 3. Hold up. Wait, this is number 3. What's number... How is this an hour long? This is number 3. 1 and 2. Oh, either gonna be Metropolis or Skeletor Shenanigans. I don't know for sure. Second place, I think it's gonna be Metropolis, and then first is gonna be Skeletor Shenanigans. But I think everyone thinks that, and yeah, Skeletor Shenanigans is better than Metropolis. But I think Sam thinks Metropolis is better. Sadly, I think Metropolis is gonna be first, Skeletor Shenanigans is second, but I didn't even make an entry because I was too late. Okay, the building's on fire, okay? Why though? I don't know. Wait, hold up, I didn't see the crystal. Hold up, where's the crystal? No, not that far. Here. I didn't see a crystal.
Before we get into our top 2, I wanted to talk about some of the really cool entries that never got finished in time. This Is My Domain by Windraft would have easily been one of the best looking entries. The gameplay's a little and this veers off a decent amount from the contest style, but it still looks really, really good. Outlaw by Xenon has a very polished, colorful look to it that fits exactly what this contest was going for. It's really a shame this was never finished in time, though Runaway Rail still managed to do the Western theme a lot of justice. Cesspool has that usual Brain Eater charm. I was very excited to see Brain Eater making an entry, and I'm kinda sad he didn't finish. I love Brain Eater's levels, he's made some really good ones. It looks like they focused more on Hideout instead of working on this, which is pretty based. Hideout is really good. Man, I'm so glad that level got its deserved spot in the Space Gauntlet. Top Secret by Finstar has some really sick 3D effects, and this easily would have placed if it was finished. And this unnamed entry by Carrot Spice had some arguably even cooler 3D effects. This looks really sick. This was apparently inspired by a trip to Japan, which is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know, Carity just really seemed to want me to mention that. Another solid level that definitely would have placed if it was finished. And finally, Shining Paladin by Derek is a really cool, somewhat Yo-Read-inspired level. Doesn't exactly fit the style of this contest, but it's a pretty sick level either way. So, I guess we're to the top 2 now. For those of you who have been following the contest, You probably have a pretty good idea exactly what these are going to be. When I
Metropolis and
created this
skeleton
contest,
shenanigans.
I didn't really expect to see some of the most iconic levels in Geometry Dash get submitted. Didn't really foresee that one. So there's been a lot of talk around a certain level that got both mythic and became the first unplanned event level ever
Skeleton shenanigans.
in the game, garnering millions of downloads and views on YouTube. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say this level beats I Spy in popularity, which is completely insane. Before this mysterious unknown level released, oh, what could it be? We were all pretty sure another level would win. One with far less popularity. A bit of a niche level, not exactly mainstream. But even though this level doesn't have the same kind of brazen flair, the same jaw-dropping effects and animations, it still holds a special place for me. And even if it's not that popular of a level, I still would like to say that this is one of the most atmospheric and immersive levels I have ever seen in this game. Which is why I'm proud to announce it won! Golden Child Skeletal Shenanigans by Yoreed and Airs got second place. I'm genuinely kind of afraid to say that, but it's what happened. The scores don't lie. That's how it turned out. You can put the pitchfork down. Down? I said down. Okay, but seriously, don't go after any of the judges who placed this at number 2. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. This level will be forever cemented as one of the most iconic Geometry Dash creations ever made, regardless of its spot on my silly contest. Don't worry about it. It's still crazy. Anyway, this level is insane. Like I said, it has pretty much surpassed I Spy levels of popularity. I asked Nexus, and apparently I Spy hit 700,000 views in its first 2 weeks, while Skeletal Shenanigans reached about 7 times that. What the I mean, I guess I can see why. Yoreed is easily one of my favorite creators in Geometry Dash, for I feel pretty good reason. He's created many timeless classics like Beat Demon, a level with some of the most fluid animation of its time, Floating Outskirts, a platformer level before platformer mode even existed, with all the mechanics created completely from scratch. On top of that, it's just a very fun level with like a lot of content. Vermin Queen, the only platformer level of its difficulty that I'll actually touch. And now, with the help of Airs, the two have created possibly the most iconic level in this entire game, like, pretty much ever. I don't think that's an exaggeration. Like, maybe unless you're counting the main levels, or the classics like Nine Circles or Bloodbath. Yet this level's insane, and I still can't wrap my head around its impact. Airs did a good few things to help with making this level, making a few backgrounds, some block designs, color grading the level apparently, though Yoreed did make the majority of it. Man, where do I start? This level is so just like oozing with personality, and a bit of lava too. I don't think I've seen a mythic level do what this one does before. They all either just look really good, or are full games made in platformer mode, or both. But this level's different. This level innovates. It really knows how to just do one thing right in each part and focus on that in a way that makes it so memorable. The zooming parallax as you're fired out of this cannon, the way this skull consumes the moon, this Cuphead-looking boss fight with some 3D effects and some of the coolest animations I've ever seen in this game. This whole chase sequence, the way all these skeletons are animated as they fight each other for the crystal, even this end screen, which was not only inspired by Glorious Fortress, but the outline is actually by the same exact person who made the outline for the Glorious Fortress end screen. By the way, it's really cool comparing these two end screens side by side and seeing just how much Arc Draws has improved. So anyway, there are so many iconic moments in this level. Even the way it opens immediately sets the tone. The decoration all looks super good. The gameplay is really fun. The theming and atmosphere are done super well. and this manages to stay in a pretty similar style to Glorious Fortress and Stellar Path, while also very much innovating on its own identity. This is very much the perfect level for this contest, and as a whole, I can see why this is becoming an all-time classic. Oh my god, amazing job to Ayers and Yoreed for putting together this masterpiece of a level.
Yep. Guys, if you guys haven't seen my video of me beating Skeletal Shenanigans the full level as my first ever medium demon, watch it. You should watch it. I used the stream thumbnail is the same thumbnail I used for my video. So yeah, if you want, you should watch it after the stream. Fire it!
Run.
The way the creature's animated too, it's sick. This literally looks like Jam Attack level, even though it's not. It just looks like one.
Forgotten Metropolis by Ludwig managed to get first place by a whopping half a point. It was really close. While this level might not be as instantly iconic as Skeletal Shenanigans, I'm still not surprised it placed this high. This level blew my mind when it came out, and it still does. The atmosphere is just so unreal. I love it. If you haven't seen or played this, then I'd highly suggest you check it out. It's a beautiful level with really pretty fun gameplay, and it definitely deserved the highest atmosphere score out of any level submitted. The way you slowly rise through this abandoned city, the detailed, torn apart environment, all the atmospheric effects like rain and fog and clouds flying past, this water, this freaking water, with like the gradient triggers, it looks so good. This will be water graphics in 2005. This level is incredibly well crafted with so much attention to detail. This warping part here is super iconic, and overall this is just such an amazing experience to play. While I do think Skeletal Shenanigans probably deserved the win, it was really close despite this level getting a lot less attention, and at the end of the day, I can see why this won. I know there's probably going to be a lot of people who are genuinely, really upset about that,
I don't care.
but this was the decision the judges made, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. So I want to reiterate, please don't harass any of the judges over this. I feel like I really need to make that clear. But yeah, good job to Ludwig on the win. He's an incredibly talented and underrated creator, and you should definitely check him out. This really is a whole David and Goliath situation. Anyway, here's the level. Enjoy.
It sounds like there's ASMR in the song. And you kind of feel like the ASMR in the song. I surely can. Forgotten Metropolis. Congratulations, Mo. Man, congratulations.
So, now I bet you're all wondering exactly what the Gem Gauntlet will look like. And here's the part where I talk about that. Like I mentioned earlier, this isn't an exact reflection of the top 5, and instead I went through the top 10 to pick a good range of difficulties from levels with a strong and memorable theme. I considered putting the Underground in the Gauntlet simply because of how fun it is, but since the level is pretty derivative and there are more iconic options, it sadly won't make it in. Go play the level though, seriously, like it's really fun.
It's too
To
hard.
open our
It's too hard
gauntlet,
for me.
we start off with one bad apple. Definitely a pretty strong opening. A bad choice? Maybe. Next up, we have Skeletal
out.
Shenanigans. Shocking. After that, we have Corium. I really debated whether I should put in Corium or Chillin' on the Cloud here. There's good reasons for both. Chillin' on the Cloud is more fun to play in my opinion, and it's also more of a stylistic break from Bad Apple and Skeletal. Corium feels a little more aesthetically similar to those levels. But Corium did place higher. It has a stronger theme than Chillin' on the Cloud. This takes place in a malfunctioning nuclear power plant, which is a lot more specific than just ooh pretty cloud level. Also, Chillin' on the Cloud and Forgotten Metropolis do have really similar progression, but the difference with Forgotten Metropolis is that it has a much stronger in-world reasoning for its progression. And speaking of which, that one comes next. Forgotten Metropolis, it's in the gauntlet. Wow, I'm so surprised. And finally, for the Insane Demon in this gauntlet, I debated between Mineral Company and Weird Fishes, since they're both in the top 10. Mineral Company definitely fits within the contest style a lot better, but I've decided to go with Weird Fishes. Mineral Company has more similar vibes to Bad Apple, Skeletal Shenanigans, and Corium. I feel like Weird Fishes changes things up a lot more, which I like. The gameplay is also just really good, which I feel is important when it comes to the second
The top
hardest
10,
level
not the top
being
5.
included. Of course, the hardest level is Cellar Path, and Glorious Fortress will be included as well. Yes, this is a 7-level gauntlet. I can technically just do that. Keep up. If RobTop sees this, which he might, I don't know, please make Glorious Fortress and Cellar Path optional to complete the list. At the very least, Cellar Path should definitely be optional.
Yeah.
Great job to the winners, and go try out the Gem Gauntlet. I'll also be putting the other 5 levels in the top 10. That is Chillin' on the Cloud, The Underground, Mineral Company, It's Steampunk, and Runaway Rail, into a second list. I was originally going to call this second gauntlet Gem Gauntlet B-side, but after having enough requests to call it the Jelly Gauntlet, I've caved and decided to do that, even though neither of these actually have anything to do with jam. This was kind of a last-minute decision, so I never had art made for the Jelly Gauntlet, so I'm just gonna... There we go, that's good. And I will make a third list of some of the entries I found just like really funny. I wanted to make one of that. That's all, those are the lists. So, yeah. What do I do from here? I have to be honest, I still can't completely wrap my head around everything that's happened. Skeletal Shenanigans hitting record-breaking success has definitely been on my mind quite a bit. Believe me, part of me would love to super hype up this whole video, capitalize off the success of Skeletal Shenanigans, start really going into developing this world centered around these crystals, go all in, making one big project after another, but I'm not going to do that. It's hard to say that this is where it ends. Everything that's been going on has started to put things in perspective for me. You see, Skeletal Shenanigans was never created to reach its massive levels of success. It was created as a passion project, and its success was a reflection of that passion and care. I talk to Yorid sometimes, and he's a pretty cool individual who just makes really cool stuff because he likes to make cool stuff. And I really respect that. I respect that he has, no desire to capitalize off of the success of Skeletal Shenanigans. He just wants to keep making stuff that he's excited to make. And I think I could learn something from that, to be honest. Of course, Ayers, or Liam, is also milking the level a lot more, but we'll ignore that guy. Silly Liam. If you want to hear more about my plans going forward and what's been going on behind the scenes, you can check out this other video on my channel. I'll link it in the description as well. Also, I won't really be doing more stuff with the crystals, and it's kinda inconclusive if I'll do more with the Jam Factory universe as a whole. I might, but I don't know right now. But if you want to make your own, fan-made stuff for this universe, if you find that idea exciting, then by all means go for it. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Anyway, probably shouldn't avoid this part anymore. Ludwig wins $100, Yorid and Ayers win $50. They can split that however they want. Z Nickname gets $30, and both MSL and Atomic Rest win $10. I will contact each one of these people on Discord to work out the details, so if y'all are watching, just let me know if you don't have a Discord and we need to work something else out, another way to contact each other. I'll probably try to use PayPal, but we can figure something out if that doesn't work for you. So yeah, that's the contest. But before I go, it seems I actually missed an entry. One second. Wubba Duck Dungeon may not be the most pretty level, it may not have the most interesting gameplay, it may not have a clear theme or much atmosphere at all, it may not fit the style this contest was going for whatsoever, but oh my god, the amount of Wubba Ducks in dungeons is through the goddamn roof! This is record-breaking numbers, oh my god. Also, I did lie about all those other things. This level is incredible in every way, specifically because of Shad's ratings. Thanks, Shad. It's also pretty gray, according to Jaint, I have to give it that. Overall, a very well-deserved 0th place, at an average score of 1,666,667,191 points. This level wins $12 trillion, which will come straight out of Elon Musk's bank account. Thanks for watching.
Well, that was I didn't. It was cool. I didn't know it was gonna be this long though. Yeah, but that was the live